Oh my goodness, I am so excited to be talking about how you can 10x your freaking business. Whether you are just getting started in making money with your business, whether you've been in the industry for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 years, or whether you are in a relaunch phase. We are going to talk about how the entrepreneurial spirit within you is going to eject like the freaking fireworks blowing out of the sky. Are you ready or are you ready? So it's crazy to think back 4.5, almost 5 years ago now when I got started in the business. I'll never forget, I literally went out to the mailbox, picked up my mail, walked in the house with all smiles just to open up that I had $60,000 in student loan debt. And what I found was, what in the actual am I going to do? Because I'm already waiting tables on the weekend. I'm already cleaning houses. I'm already a full-time HR specialist, living paycheck to paycheck, getting that 5% increase each and every year, and that's about it. I was broke, disgusted. I had no use being in business, but I also had nothing else that I was going to do. And living paycheck to paycheck and money always being the issue was something that I just was not going to deal with anymore. So it's crazy to think that 5 years before this, I was actually invited to take a look at making money online. And not only did I fall off the bar stool laughing when I was approached, thinking you messaged the wrong person, it was a hard no. Honestly, me and my 4 sisters would sit around and talk about people who made money online and kind of make fun of what in the actual heck they were even doing and what are they making, $50? Little did I know that the little entrepreneur spirit within all of us can come freaking unleashed when we look at this business with a different pair of freaking lens on. And that's what this training is going to do for you. It's going to take the lens that you currently have in your business. You're going to like flash it forward. It's going to be a new pair of lens, and you are going to 10x your freaking business and unleash the entrepreneurial monster that is within you. Are you ready or are you ready? So, one of the biggest tips that I can give to you that each and every day I remind myself as I'm on the journey of making money online. Whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're a part of a multi-level marketing company, network marketing, social retail, you're growing a business. You are a human being who's an entrepreneur who most likely has no overhead, doesn't have to deal with inventory, doesn't have to deal with shipping, and you want to make a lot of money. You maybe want that residual income in your future. You don't want to have to, for the rest of your life, work until you're 80, 90, 100. You want to get to a point where you can be on the beach and make that beach freaking money. So, how and what I do to help me get there, and how I took myself from signing up 0 customers in 1 month to signing up over 300 customers in 1 month, was by implementing this strategy that I'm going to share with you. Okay, you are going to envision that you have your child, or you have your niece if you don't have kids, or you have whoever it is with you who is younger and they've never played soccer before. And you are literally going to envision that it's the first time that you were watching that child play soccer. What do you most likely think that's going to happen? I mean, you're probably going to be a little bit biased, but they're probably not going to be the best soccer player. They're probably going to have a lot of things that they need to work on. At the end of that practice, would you ever look at that child within and say, you know what? Soccer just is not your sport. Never! You would never say that to a human being. You would never say that to your child. Because think about what happens when, like my daughter, did her first practice. She completely, oh my gosh, she was not good at soccer. But you know what? I cheered her on. I told her to stay positive. I told her to stay coachable. And I told her to always be willing to grow. And she will become the best soccer player in the world. And I explained to her that Michael Jordan didn't come out of his mom's womb being a good basketball player. There was nothing ordinary about him besides he has shot that ball and he has practiced and he has envisioned himself being the crazy, amazing professional baller that he is for more time than you have. And guess what? Last night when we were at the award ceremony for my daughter's soccer, and she was awarded 2 different awards for her skill set in soccer, it goes to show you that with time, with consistency, and with being positive, coachable, and willing to grow, that is how successful people have built multiple 6-figure businesses, multiple 7-figure businesses, and have freaking beach money by doing one thing: embracing the freaking suck. I know that when there's times in this business where we have to pivot. Say you don't have a TikTok and you're like, oh my gosh, I just watched a video and a girl got 300 customers from TikTok, but I don't have a TikTok. And what am I going to do? It's going to be so hard. And I don't even know how to use TikTok, and it's out of my comfort zone. And I don't like, oh gosh, you're like, where do I even begin? And I understand. And when I have those feelings, and when you're going through those feelings, on the other side of that is growth. So you got to back up and you got to go to step 1. We're at soccer as a child again. We're watching our 4-year-old kick a ball for the first time. Slow down. Would we go up to him and say, you got to do this, 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 this? Or would you say, hey, smile, take the ball, kick it with your right foot, kick it with your left foot, and have them put one foot in front of the other? So many of us see that we need to pivot, and as we pivot, we get so overwhelmed that we pull back. And our consistency now becomes inconsistent. So this is where I want you to constantly have in the back of your mind a little kid or your child first getting started in some type of sport, and how they grow through each practice and how they grow through each game. And I want to remind you that people in business, like myself, once I became committed, every day I've showed up and continued to try, but the only difference between myself and the only difference between you is time. So if you've been in this business 5 years, but you only show up 2 days a week, there's a difference. If I've been in the business 5 years and I show up 7 days a week, obviously we're going to have different ratios. That's why it's really important to not have compare-itis, to not compare yourself to others. What you can do is compare yourself to someone who's having major success in the business. Do you want to know how I signed up 300 customers in 31 days? Do you want to know how I signed up over 10 recruits in 31 days? I will tell you that I never once got away from my daily methods of operations. Every single day, there was a post up on my social media. Every single day, there was a minimum of 5 stories up on my wall. One of them being on my story, one of them being a transformation photo. Every day, whether I was listening to Darren Hardy on his podcast show, or Simon Chan, or reading the book, The Entrepreneurial Roller Coaster, 10 minutes every day is filled within my brain with positivity, with the vision of where I am freaking going and where I am headed. Every day I'm adding to my network by simply going to Facebook, looking for hot girls who I'm like, OMG, I would love to have a freaking margarita with you. Let's go have an appetizer. And I'm adding them as a friend. And if they accept, awesome. What's up, new friend? I see that you're located in Michigan, and I see that we have a mutual friend. Super excited to follow along. I don't think we know of each other. I have a daughter who's 9 years old, and I'm located in Bloomfield Hills. What about you? How old is yours? Or how old are yours if you see they have multiple kids? That is how you are going to have methods and operations that are going to move the needle forward. Are you going onto your stories and starting conversations with all the people who ghost you when you ask them if they're open to taking a look? Okay, because every day You will never see that I don't go to my stories to invite off my stories. So all of those daily methods of operation over time compound. Just like all those times you show your kid up for practice and you take your kid to the game, it's compounding over time. You have to remind yourself, it's not, hey, let's get rich quick. It's let's get rich eventually. Let's focus on, let's get consistent. Let's show up and add to our network of friends. You guys set a timer. Hey, Alexa, set a timer 10 minutes. I'm going to Facebook. I'm going to my suggested friends list. All these peeps are coming up. If I'm like, ooh, if they like attract me in any way, shape, or form, which you know who attracts you and you know who doesn't, I'm adding them. That's all I'm doing for that straight 10 minutes. Add. I'm not messaging them. Add. And I move on once the timer goes off. Now I have a timer for 5 minutes. I need to go to all my friends from yesterday that accepted my friend request. Go to your friends on Facebook. Go to new friends. Sort it from newest to oldest. And I'm going to reach out with a kind message that says what I just shared. Hey, Brittany, I don't think we know of each other, but I'm super excited to follow along. I see that you are a freaking beautiful mom. You're in Michigan and we have mutual friends. Super excited to follow along. I'm here in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, and I have a daughter who's 9 years old. What about yourself? You're not going to die from that. Then I get done with that. Then I set a timer for 5 minutes to get on my stories and to follow up with all the people, or get on my post and follow up with all the people who I invited to take a look at the product yesterday, because people are freaking busy, really busy. I every day open a message from someone and I'm like, I'm going to respond. I'm not going to forget. And guess what happens? Oh my gosh, I should have just responded because I freaking forgot. So if you're asking someone if they're open to taking a look at your product, follow up. If I said to you yesterday, hey, Brittany, totally curious. I've found a product that has helped me in numerous ways. I found a tablespoon a day that has helped me in numerous ways. I'm curious if you're open to taking a look. If not, no big deal. Okay, she ignores me. Hey, Brittany, I wanted to circle back to you. I am notorious for checking messages and forgetting to respond. I wanted to make sure that you saw my message above. If you're not interested, no big deal. I just wanted to throw it out there because I do think you're awesome. That's it. And guess what? If she keeps coming on my stories, she's a future client. She's a future business builder because she's following you for a reason. And each time she sees your story, a seed is being planted and a seed is being planted. And all of a sudden it gets to the point where that seed grows into a blossom of a yes, or now is the perfect time. Thank you for never giving up on me. So that is what I want you to focus on when you want to compare yourself to other people or you want to become overwhelmed. Would you rather be underwhelmed? And let me compare this to if my child was starting a new sport or doing something new, what would I expect and what would I say to them? Why are you saying other to yourself? Why are you saying that this business isn't for you? Why are you saying that you're not good at this? Why are you telling yourself that you're an introvert? Why are you telling yourself that you're a failure? You're none of those things in any way, shape, or form. You have an entrepreneurial monster spirit inside of you that needs to become unleashed. And you need to unleash it by showing up day in and day out and having content. Just put something up. Who cares? Don't ask what content. Put it up. What do you like? What are the positive quotes you like? What are the type of books you like? Why do you like those books? What are the type of clothes you like? What are the type of shows you like? What are the types of everything? Put that stuff out there. Relate with people. Have called, you know what I mean? Do the follow-ups, ask people if they're open, and grow a following, and that is when you are going to unleash the freak inside of you. So that's your reminder. When you become hard on yourself and you're like, oh my gosh, I just don't, I don't know if this is for me. Okay, wait. What if this was my friend's kid or my niece or my nephew, and my sister or my friend told their kid, like, soccer's just not for you. Wash your hands clean of it. It's not for you. Everything is for you. every single one of us on this planet is an entrepreneur, whether you want to believe it or you don't. Every single one of us, we let our kids every single day sell to us. I know that you don't like the word selling, but when you're saying something like, hey, Johnny, if you do this, you're going to get an ice cream cone, you're selling. Hey, Mom. So every single one of us know how to go through the process. We just have caution tape and a freaking barrier that's trying so freaking hard to hold us back from the freaking crazy entrepreneur inside of you to unfreaking leash. So what are you going to do? You are going to get out there. You are going to stop having negative thoughts. You're going to compare yourself to a new child playing a sport they've never played. You're going to give yourself time. You're going to give yourself grace. You're going to add to your network a minimum of 10 minutes every single day with a timer. You are going to ask a minimum of 5 people. Either go to your stories and just drop the question. I don't care if you've never spoken to them before in your life, or go to a post and you're going to say, hey, Brittany, totally curious. I've found this product that's helped me in many ways. Are you open to taking a look? If not, no big deal. To 5 people every single day, Monday through Sunday. We are going to make consistency our mother freaking superpower. Tomorrow, you will continue to follow up with those 5 people. You will invite another 5 people. You will have a minimum of 5 stories up. You will have a posting content up every single day. And you will also go and engage for 5 minutes just loving on people and adding value. People buy from people they know, they like, and they trust. So if you're showing up on social media and you're pouring into other people authentically on their content, it's going to come back in 5-folds for you. I want you to get out there. I want you to 10x your freaking efforts. I want you to smile while you are doing it. And I want you to remember when the demons inside of you try to tell you that you're not good at it, or that you can't do this, or is this even worth the money? You're going to say, stop. Is it worth the money for your kid to go to soccer when they suck? Is it worth the money for your kid to go on a travel team? Is it worth the money when you bring snacks and you buy snacks? Is it worth the money when you're buying water, when you're buying the uniforms, or are you just pissing away all your money? That's how you need to start thinking. Not, oh, something I'm doing. I don't know, is this really going to ever make you any money? Compare it to that. That's like you saying, like, why should I even pay for my kids to have clothes for school? All the money I'm giving them to have lunch money. You need to stop, because those are things that are holding you back. Those are negative thoughts that are creating barriers around your mindset, that are making your mindset stopping you from where you can potentially be and become. You can, you will, and you freaking are. Smash that heart button, hit the share button, share this with your team, your upline, your downline, your sideline, but most importantly, take action, and don't just be a listener. Take action. Every time I do a training with someone, I listen to what they have to say, I write it down, and I go implement it immediately for the next 30 days. You're going to take your business from average to savage, baby. And I'm cheering for you every step of the way. Just know you are never